Hello guys, how are we doing? This is Alex Spence, self-realised renunciate monk, coming right at you. Helping people navigate the unknown. 30-day meditation challenge. I hope you're well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. I just hope it's fantastic. Whether it's highs or lows, whatever your experience is at the minute, I hope you're coping with it well, or just you're applying the strength that you have got it within. That's what we're going to that's what I wanted to sort of touch on today really. Just wanted to do a video on silence. This is the video that I did do the other day, but where after watching the playback of the film or video, it was a lot windier than what I thought, and the moments of silence that I wanted to enjoy just weren't. It was sort of disrupted by the wind. The wind was nice, but I wanted to I wanted to ground everyone, and there was like a whistling in the microphone. But as you can tell, I'm here in this really serene place, one of my favourite parts of the forest. You'll see that I've filmed quite a lot here, one way or another. It's just like this perfect spot. It's in the and out the way of everybody. It's like the backdrop, the trees, just everything. It's just nice. So join me, come and join me. Yeah. So let's talk about silence. I think I wanted to talk about silence because of how much it's impacted my life. And you all know about my story, about how this sort of waking up and everything. Well, I've touched on the fact that it came out in like ADD, like attention deficit. You go through periods where your mind is just out all over the place. Whilst trying to run a business. I don't know if any of you have been through like this waking up and then trying to hold down a business, and then have like a narcissistic partner, and I'm sure you could all relate. And I think that's where this comes in real handy. This is something that just that's coming real handy for me through the sort of turbulent times. And that's why I always I try and I don't want to focus on the turbulent times, because it is, but I want to talk about ways to sort of ease them turbulent times, to make things a little bit more manageable, make the turbulence a little bit less, just less, minimize down. I think it's my understanding of silence and how profound it is, and how it's just underneath everything. When I really really started to adopt it, because there's loads of quotes about it, the silence, all this and stuff, but it's meaningless unless you really sort of get it and know and access it. Because if you talk about the silence and then it's but you still the mind's still going off, I think there's still, it's a little bit more deeper down. You got to maybe just peel off some more soil to get it. I think when you truly get it and know and access it, it just it opens up so much. And I think of it almost I always think of it like a security blanket, in the respect of it'll always be there. It is always there. When the bombs are dropping off, it is literally always there. Behind the wind, behind everything, the ultimate power of everything is the silence. And I think that's a real good way of looking at it. And from me personally, from looking at it like that, that's where the security came from. That's where the sort of the knowingness of putting one step in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, with the knowingness that it's gonna be okay, marching forth. It's the knowingness that no matter where I am, if I'm on my own in the middle of a forest, if I'm around a volatile situation that potentially has been brought into my life, or anything like that. You always have that there. And it's just brought so much sort of reassurance to my life. It's just really nice, you know. So I just want you to sort of I just wanted to join me now. I just wanted to sort of I'm not doing any guided meditation. I'm not going to sort of try and hypnotize you or anything like that. It's just a case of I just want you to sort of just take a minute and just really, it's almost just imagine what you usually do when you try and listen for a noise that's really far away, but you can't hear it. That's sort of that, if that sort of focus, and just sort of just take a massive breath in and then out. Just shut your eyes wherever you are. If you're driving, maybe not such a good thing, but just sort of if you can, just sort of even when you're driving, you can still concentrate and focus on a noise that is just so far away, but you just about can't hear it, but you're trying to focus on it. A little bit past that is where it all settles down. Okay, so this time we're going to breathe in and out. Just try and listen out for that noise. And relax. Well done. If you joined in, how nice, huh? It's just I think I said in the video the other day, I keep getting sort of moments of real sort of nice bliss and stuff, and it's quite, you know, and I think the bliss comes from that comfort, you know, of how powerful something can be. In a non-empowering way. But yeah, it's just, that's what I wanted to sort of really focus on. So if you're going through real turbulent times, to really sort of just to try and get yourself out of that, one way or another. There's always another room. There's always somewhere where you can create some kind of space, and where you can really sort of zone in on the silence that is always there. And that's when you go through, these sort of isolated periods where you just feel, especially when you feel detached from everyone around you, say friends, family, and you don't, everyone doesn't get you, and you're going through this real detached period. And I think there's positive and sort of negative detachment. I think as you sort of march forward a little bit more, you get real positive detachment, where it's a real, they're over there, but it's okay, we're different, but there's love, and it's all sort of intertwined anyway. But when you sort of have quite degenerative isolation and detachment, where you're thinking, God, they're over there and I'm here, and there's just no one gets anything, or if you think that no one understands you, just know that silence does understand you, man. It's just it's just real nice. Okay, just one last time. Just take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Listen for that noise which you can't hear. And relax. 9 minutes has just flown by. I hope I've been talking through that time. I hope I've been saying something. I'm sort of concerned at the minute. I'm oh, this is just so nice. But yeah, I just want to say, just listen out for that. Just try and listen out for that noise, and just beyond that is where just it all sort of, everything opens up, and it's just, you get that secured feeling. That's sort of like that's so far past the mind and its attention seekingness, you know. And it's want to survive. You just get past that. Right, okay, so there we go. So we had some nice deep breaths in and out. I suggest whatever time of day it is, you do that a couple more times. You sort of like just take it in. Even if you're not in nature, it doesn't matter. Just you can always find a piece of space which feels good, I think. If you're in a situation where, I remember when I was in a situation where I was just like, I didn't want to be in this situation, I didn't want to be in this relationship. It was just like, this expression of me just wasn't me, and there was, I just didn't want to be around these people, but there was always a space where I could find which just sort of brought everything into perspective. And that's what the silence does for me. So I'm going to leave this now by saying thank you very much. This is Alex Spence, self-realised renunciate monk, coming at you. Give me a hug, please. Helping people navigate the unknown by listening and tuning into this silence that we have on our fingertips. 30-day meditation challenge, which is all going to be geared at looking at the silence, tuning into it and embodying it. That's the thing, I think. And knowing that it's always there. That, as well as me, has always got your back. Okay, cool, man. So I'm going to leave this now by saying thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. You know that I love you, man. Peace out, God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow.